A company called ZMOON contacted me here a while back and wanted to know if I'd be interested in kind of reviewing and trying out one of their lights. And this is what the box it came in, and it actually came from Amazon. I'll put the link down there where we got that from there. And in the way you can see, it's really well packaged. You know, it had a little accessory kit right in there, which I'll show you in a minute. But anyway, they had it packaged really well. It's styrofoam, all that. And it's I don't know, what is it, 12-inch, I think they said, light. And time I get through rolling around here. Anyway, it's made of a good aluminum housing and everything. Got little fins on there for cooling. And then you got your little area in here where these bolts slide back and forth. And just a minute, let me get the rest of it here and show you. You can't really tell because it's still in the package, but it's got the hardware in here to mount this to these little things. So a various adjustment can be made on that, and it can be slid up and down on this. I should have had these out, but you get the idea on that. And it did have a little, it's got a little instructions here. Where are we? Right here, and it's very, actually vague instructions because there's not much to it. You know, it ain't like you're putting an engine in a jet plane or something. So it's pretty much got your Q&A on here, and you got your pictured instructions and a gazillion different lingos on here. You know, but English is the top one up here. It's very, very simple and straightforward on that. And I've been thinking about these. I see them at the parts stores every once in a while, and I thought, well, you know what? I know they made them. They're made for, like, you know, cars, jeeps, trucks, motorcycles. Not really. Well, I guess you could put on a motorcycle, ATVs, what have you, like that. But the main thing I was thinking about doing is I was going to get one of these anyway at some point. Maybe not right now, but I want to use that for a floodlight out in front of the house. My lights don't shine out real far. It ain't that we got a lot of crime around here, but it's kind of nice to see who's out rolling around in front of your house out there and everything. And I do have a camera out front. Well, it does have IR lighting on it, but it's got its limitations. So we're going to try this out later on. I've got a power supply. It's a pretty good 12-volt power supply. And we're going to see how this thing functions later on. And then later on tonight we'll take it out there, or maybe tomorrow night whenever I get around to it. I'm kind of slow in my old age, and we'll see how it works. It's supposed to be waterproof, so I'm not going to dunk it in a bucket of water just to find out, because what I plan on using it for, it's going to be under the porch anyway, and not much water. Well, it's very well made. I will have to say that. It's somewhat heavy. I imagine it's a good 2 pounds. You can tell by the sound of it that it's not plastic. So overall, I think it's going to be a pretty good one. You just got your 2 little bars here to hook up on that, and like I say, plug it into the power supply, and could rig up a switch, but the power supply's got a switch on it, and I can rig that up in the house where I can flip that on, because it is 12 volts. You can't hook it up to, you know, to your house current, because you fool around and you'd probably have one big flash bulb before what would happen there, and no film to take pictures with. Anyway, that's going to be it for this moment. I'll add more to it as I go on. I'm just kind of new at this review thing. I guess it's just the same as if it was anything else I bought. You know, if it was a gun or something else, well, I could just talk about it. And at this point, it looks good, looks heavy duty, and the wire seems good. It's flexible. It's not that old hard stuff like, you know, you buy some of that Chinese electric stuff, you know, like a drill or something, and that gum cords, you can't hardly bend it, it's so hard, you know. Well, this is not that way. All right, that's enough for right at the moment, and we'll get more on here in a little while when I get around to getting a little farther into the project. All right, well, I decided to go ahead and start putting these mounts on here. And I think if I mount it, if you put this back in here like that, it to some degree holds that bolt, and you might be able to mount this to whatever you want to put it on without having a fool getting a screw back or wrench back in here, because that could tend to be a little difficult with your when it's mounted like that. So let's see what we have here. I guess we got one of these, a little lock washer, and a flat, let's see, we got 4 flat washers. So apparently that goes like this here. And this would go a little something like this here, and then you get that started back in there, which I grant you, it's not exactly the easiest thing in the world to do, but I think it's doable. Let's see here. Is that started in there right or not? Yeah, so far so good. There that is now. That's kind of like that, and you can tighten it later on and move however you want to. My hand's right in the way, I know. Okay, then get another one. Put this over here where closer to where it belongs, which is pretty close to right. Get your lock washer and your flat washer, which makes sense that would work good that way. And then put this in here and hopefully get started on the first try. And I should have just went ahead and got my, well, actually I probably got one here. Well, maybe not, these are probably metric, but I probably got a handle. Let's see, now if we loosen this up, see, where we got a little bit of freedom of movement. And this can go up like that. And it can also move over here, see. Can you see what we're doing? This way and this way. It's really quite handy, some folks didn't really like the method of mounting, but I kind of think it's a good idea. So you put it way down here too, and then by putting this bolt in your back here like this, just a minute, I'll show you. Go ahead and tighten this up to some where it's kind of tightened up here. And get it tightened up there. Okay, now that's tight. And see this bolt, it could have had a little bit bigger head, and that way it'd been tighter, but some folks said that you can't, I guess they try to put the nut on the inside, it's hard to do. Well, this is not real hard to do like that. And then of course you got your little lock washer. These are of course metric, as you can tell, because they're little thin lock washers, not like the big robust American kind. And there's that. So in essence, that's the same. I mean, it'll be the same on this other one. There's really no point in burning up gigabytes on that, you know. All right, that'll be it for this time, and we'll get into it a little farther when we get more done. Got all the mounts on both sides. I don't have them positioned perfect because that may not be the way they'll wind up on my mounting bracket. Overall, it's a good-looking little light. I will have to admit that. I really do. I'm kind of impressed with it, actually. As a matter of fact, it looks better than the ones I've seen down at the parts store. They got one there you can, I guess it's rigged up somehow. You can push a button and it shines a little light in your face, and it's great, but it's not nearly, it's only about, oh hell, I'd say about this big, you know. But I guess if you had 2 or 3 or 4 of them on your motorcycle or something, or what do you call it, four-wheeler, they'd be good. Okay, that's it now till we get on to getting more into depth on the trying. I'll tell you what, this light is bright. Now you do have to have this, Kansas LED, or you know, they're diodes. The light, you know, these are not light motor diodes. You got to have your polarity right. You know, okay, now that looks pretty bright right there. I mean, if you shine your face, it's really bright. Hang on, let me turn the light off here. Man, that is fine. Man, that works great in here. Really, it's actually better than my house light. That's great. I'm going to try it outside now. We'll see what happens out there. Yeah, the wind's awful bad out here, but I don't know what all you can see, but boy, that thing is nice and bright. It lights up a lot of stuff out here. Well, you can really see your porch good, can't you? Yeah. All right. I'd say that's a heck of a big improvement whenever you turn it off, which I will do here in a second. Hang on, let me get this thing rigged up here better. We'll turn it off and you'll see that it's dark out here. Can't see anything. And then when you turn it back on, you can definitely see. Alright, that'll be good for this, I think. Yeah, it's anybody wants a good light, put on the front of their ATV or even on their truck, pickup truck. I could put it on my Subaru actually, and rig it up on the fog lights. That way, when you're on dim, it doesn't shine. Alrighty, I hope everybody enjoyed this. We're gonna have a link down the bottom for in case you want to order one of them.